Hi everyone, I'm CNJ and welcome to CNJ Jamaica. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to join me each and every weekday at 7:30 p.m. for Let We Talk. In this program, I use various topics to inform, educate and entertain you. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will always be alerted whenever I have new content. So, welcome to CNJ Jamaica. Welcome and happy to have you with me. Today we will be talking about violence against women. Violence against women. And it's a topic that I'm very passionate about this topic. And we're going to go through and talk about that this evening. So, but before we begin, I have my verse for the day, my scripture for today. And it says, and it's Romans 5 verse 8. Romans 5 verse 8. But God has shown us how much he loves us. It was while we were still sinners that Christ died for us. It is while we were yet sinners that Christ died for us. So remember my topic for today. I'm looking on violence against women. And I'm saying we need to stop the violence against our women in our society. There's a lot of happening in the news right now about violence against women. A whole heap happening. And we're saying that enough is enough. We need to stop. There needs to be things in place or stronger measures in place. And even when the measures are in place, we're saying there needs to be stronger enforcement of these measures to ensure that women who make up 50.4% of the Jamaican population is better protected. So we always say there are more women than men in the society. But when we check the statistics, the population of women within Jamaica is 50.4%. It means that we have nearly the equal amount of men and women. So why is it that we're not taking care of the women within our society? So we're going to be looking on some of the little history. Then we're going to be having some conversations about this topic. Now, our minister, let me share with you something that happened today in Parliament. It happened today in Parliament, where our minister is saying that she's tired of what is happening right now, in that so many women are being killed. So, Gender Minister Olivia Grange, speaking in Parliament on March 30th, she said that the number of women who were killed over the past months, she's condemning all of those murders. She said that the women were killed as a result of domestic abuse and the refusal of men to accept decisions by female. What we have been seeing of late is that a lot of women have been saying no to certain things, and the men that are attached to them, they can't seem to take no for an answer. And their solution is, if you are not going to stay with me, then you're not going to stay alive at all. And this is what we have been seeing in our society. So our minister was speaking out against this in Parliament today, and let me share the article with you again. And what she's pointing out right now is that, and I hope I will go down so some of you can see it if your device is large enough. She listed a number of women who were killed over the past few months, and she condemned those killings because she's saying that women were killed as a result of domestic abuse and the refusal of men to accept the decisions being made by females. Her thing is, how can we as a society remain unmoved by these horrible deaths of our women and girls? And to what extent does the continuation of this hostility speak to the collective failure on our path and she's talking there to the House of Parliament as to why is it under successive leadership within this country, women have continued to be on the receiving end of so much abuse. All right. Jamaica has the most. We have said in the past that we have the most church per square mile, and we have so many women that are being abused every single day. We need to stop the violence against the women in our society. All right. I wanted to share with you different experiences, and it is hope that more persons will be on this live as we go along. so that they can share their experiences as to what is happening within the society. Why is it that so many women are being affected by violence? What is happening in our society? Why is it that our men don't cherish the women that are in the houses with them? Why is it that women aren't protected more? What is the reason? Why is it that so many women are being killed and abandoned, or they're in their households? We have heard that during COVID-19, there are so many homes wherein women are abused. They are locked up because of the curfews and all those things. They are in these homes and they're locked up, and they're saying abuse against women have gone up in this season. Why is this so? Why is this happening? Why is it that women are not valued the way they need to be valued? And that is what we'll be speaking about today. Now, I went and I did a little research, and it says that violence against women in Jamaica, and this was published in 2020, and it's by I'm going to share it with you. Let me share it with you so you're able to see what I'm speaking to. They said nearly 15% of Jamaican women experience violence from their male partner. Nearly 15%. And this is saying that nearly 50% of women between the age of 15 to 49 who have ever married or who they are married or they are partnered with someone within the last 12 months, they have experienced abuse within the last 12 months within our country. All right. And we're looking at different abuse. They listed the different things that they have gone through. They said 17.7% of women were pushed or shoved. They said 16.8% something was thrown at them. All right. And 15.6% were either hit or some other sort of crime was dealt against them. All right. So it is what we're looking on is that there are many women within our society that for one reason or another have been abused, have been taken advantage of, and we're saying that it is now time for all of that to stop. The violence needs to stop. All right. Well, I keep on talking about how many women are in our society. Our society is made up of 50.4% of the population in Jamaica are women. So we're a large majority. We are more than the men, but women still have been mistreated continuously throughout the years. When you look on things like the legislation, what legislation is actually there? What laws are actually there to protect women in our society? What are the laws that are there? And we're saying that there are laws, but sometimes it's so difficult for these laws to be enforced. Maybe some of these women don't actually want to come forward for fear of what will happen to them if they actually do come forward. Some of these women are financially dependent on these men, so they actually they're not going to say anything about what is happening to them. So it's a lot of different things that will cause our women to not come forward. So even when we look on the rate of abuse within our country, it might be even more because some persons are just not going to talk. Now, these are the laws that protect women. You look on Domestic Violence Act of 1995, the Sexual Offense Act of 2009. Yeah, all of these different acts are there, things that are on the books to be able to help women against abuse. But are they actually helping the situation? Some of these were adjusted recently, but is it that it's making our women safer within this country? You wonder sometimes. You wonder when you hear case after case, week after week, month after month, year after year, that more and more women are being affected by violence. What is the issue? What is the solution? And that is what we need to come up with as a people. Or let me just say, it starts with the individual. What are you doing to protect yourself or helping the next girl within your family to not be in a situation where she will be abused? what is being done to ensure that we do not generate another generation, we don't have another generation of young ladies that will be abused? Is it education that is the solution? Is it education? Is it ensuring that our girls are independent? Because what we have seen, the young ladies of my generation, we were taught by our parents to have it for ourselves. And I think that the women of now, they have actually taught their daughters also to be independent. And that is why you have so many women out there in industry, out there in society, that are making money for themselves, and they are not dependent on any particular man to be able to finance them, so that if something is happening within the household, something is happening where they are not comfortable, they are able to leave, and to be able, and they're not going to sit in the abuse for long, because they realize that there is a way out for them. So that has caused some sort of a change. But what we have noticed, though, is that there are still women who are, you may think of them as being independent, having their own money, but they are still in situations where they are being abused. And then we have also situations where when they decide to leave, the man is not strong enough to allow this woman to leave. And that is why we have seen so many killings happening in our society, because a lot of the men, they are not, they don't think when the woman says she's going to leave, that they, okay, leave and I'll find somebody else. They are saying that they have invested so much time in this particular person that if I don't have her, nobody can have her. If she don't belong, if she's not with me, she can't be with anybody else. And that is the situation we're having, where there are so many of our young girls. When somebody puts an advance at them, say they like them, it's as if they're saying you have to like them in return. You don't have a choice of your own. And that is the issue we're having in our society right now. That a lot of men, they're not able to take no for an answer. You may ask the question, why is it that they're not able to take no for an answer? What is it that that mothers have been doing wrong? Or is it that it's just, I don't know. It would be wonderful if we had persons who were able to contribute to this conversation. Because there must be something that has gone wrong, why our men are not able to understand that no is no. After all this time, no is no. We have had a lot of things happening in the States, where persons are talking about the Me Too movement, who has been abused and all those different things. In our Jamaican situation, so we're not looking at just on other countries as well, but in every different country, there's a case as to how women are being mistreated. In every country, there's a case for women feeling that they are not being protected, that the laws are not on their side in every country. And I'm saying that what can we do as individuals to protect ourselves? Education is the key, yes. Financial independence is the key, yes. Being able to take care of yourself, yes. Going and being trained in self-defense. I'm hearing persons talking about women being able to be armed, to have your own gun to protect yourself. Are those things really the answer? What is the answer? And that is where the conversation lies. How can we secure ourselves, and then help our young ladies coming up to help to protect themselves as well? I'm not afraid to say this can happen to anybody. Even the most unsuspecting individual can be caught in a situation that you never saw happening, never fathomed happening. But the important thing, ladies, is that if you find yourself in a situation like that, get yourself out of the situation. If you find yourself in a situation where, if you find yourself in a situation where this is not what you thought your life was supposed to be, you should never stay in a situation like that. If you find yourself in a situation where this person used to be so wonderful and so loving, and all of a sudden they have become a totally different person, it makes sense to leave and not stay in a situation where you might be hurt. If he hits you once, he will hit you again. And the next time he hits you and you sit in it and remain for him to do it again, you have given him permission to do worse. You have given him permission to do worse. So, ladies, when we see certain situations, we need to get ourselves out of it and not sit and wait for worse to happen. And when you're getting out of the situation, be very smart about it. Don't lie in bed and say, I'm going to be leaving you tomorrow. You may never live to see tomorrow. When you're actually going to leave, be smart about it. Put certain precautions in place. Ensure that you're protected. Because there are so many women that we have heard about that have left and they have gone to their workplace to kill them, or they have gone to their family homes to kill them. There's so much happening. What we're saying, men, we're asking you to get the help that you need. You need to seek the help that you need so that you are strong enough that if a relationship does not work out, that you are going to destroy the person who you were not able to have that relationship with. Remember, there are many men and there are many women about the place. And sometimes the person that you leave right now will allow you to be able to meet the right person for your future. So, abuse is never the answer. Violence against women, never the answer. We need to find another solution. We need to find another solution. Abuse is never the answer. There are many individuals who, for one reason or another, were affected as children and they're a particular way for a reason. But help is out there. Help is out there. And all I'm saying to all the persons on my channel, get the help that you need. Get out of a situation if it feels uncomfortable. Life is too sweet to give your life away. It's too sweet. So, this is CNJ. Thank you for being with me today for CNJ Jamaica. We need to start getting some more persons on this platform. But for now, have a wonderful evening until I see you again tomorrow at 7:30 for more Let We Talk. And at that time, hopefully I will have someone to talk to. Let We Talk, and thank you for being with me today. Bye-bye.